Hey folks, this is Dan with Ledger Sports. I'm back for another edition of Livestream with Dan. Hope you guys are doing well. So as usual, I'm here for an hour. So it's 5 p.m. It's 4:30 p.m. CET. Right now, I'm gonna be here until 5:30 p.m. CET. So you've got an hour to ask me absolutely anything you want. I'll go question by question in the chat. Just drop your question in the chat. And, I'll try my best to answer your questions live. But of course, sometimes for some kind of issues, I won't be able to do it live. So in this case, I will refer you to the Help Center, which you can find at support.ledger.com. There's a link in the video description. And sometimes if you need to open a ticket as well, you can do so also via the Help Center, via the Contact Us button here. You click on Contact Us, new conversation, you initiate a conversation with the bot, and then you can open a ticket or chat with a live agent. So I hope you guys are well. Loki 808, I'm very well, mate. Thank you. I hope you're well as well. If you have any questions, go ahead, drop them in the chat. Hi, Agostinho, good to see you as well. Great. So guys, let's begin. As usual, before I start, our usual disclaimer and a warning. There's a lot of scammers on social media, especially on Twitter. There is only one legit support account, and that would be Ledger_support. That's the one with the golden mark, the check mark, and the badge here. And we have 66.7K followers, but there are a lot of fake accounts that will ask you for your recovery phrase. Any account that's asking for your recovery phrase or any app asking you to type your recovery phrase is basically trying to scam you. And if you do so, the scammer will have access to your account and they will be able to steal your funds. So it's super important that you don't type your phrase anywhere. All right. With that out of the way, let's begin with the questions. The first one is from Just Have Fun. Oh, by the way, guys, if you could just drop a yes in the chat if you can hear me okay. Just want to make sure that there is no sound issue. Okay, so first question is from Just Have Fun. So Just Have Fun is asking, how do you hide NFTs? Okay, so there is multiple layers to this question because newer version of Ledger Live have a filter for malicious NFTs. So you will probably not see any scammy NFTs anymore if you are in the account section of Ledger Live. So for example, you see I'm in the account section here. I'll go to my Polygon account, which used to be riddled with scammy accounts and NFTs. And you can see here now I've got 2 NFTs left. All the scammy NFTs have disappeared. So that being said, if I wanted to hide one of those 2 NFTs, I could still right click, hide NFT collection, and then click hide NFT. Now, be careful because the filter only applies to the account section here. If you go to portfolio, you might still see transactions sending you scammy NFTs. For example, this one here, you see NFT received, Polygon on Polygon, airdrop at USD blah blah blah.com. This is a malicious NFT. Do not follow this link here. It will just put you in troubles. And those are transactions, okay? They're not the NFT itself, and there is no way to hide it, unfortunately. So if I right click on this transaction, I don't have the option to hide it. That being said, if you get those airdrop, you can just ignore them. Those malicious NFTs can stay in your account. They're not threatening in a sense that they won't compromise your account as long as you don't, interact with them. And thank you for the feedback, Loki. Cool, so sound is good. All right, so next question from Croft1. Is the Solana issue fixed? So the Solana issue is sort of on and off, but it's not really Ledger's fault. It's also because the Solana blockchain itself is extremely congested, a little beyond the capacity of the blockchain, resulting in a lot of failed transactions. And unfortunately, augmenting the fee, unlike on Ethereum, will not guarantee that your transaction will go faster. It's an issue that's being worked on by the Solana team itself. Okay, not Ledger. There is nothing Ledger can do at this point. We are waiting for the Solana core team to release a new version of the Solana core client. Once we're done, we'll just update our infrastructure, and then hopefully the Solana blockchain will be able to process more transactions without failing. So just stay tuned for this. But for now, just you can, if Ledger Live will give you network errors with Solana, you can just try the transaction again and again and again. You just spam the network until it goes through. Or you can use a third-party wallet like Phantom, Backpack, Soulflare, those third-party wallets. Okay, next question, Satoshi Nakamoto. Hi, how can I unstake Tron on Ledger? I can't do that. Yes, so you cannot stake or unstake using Ledger Live. However, if you do have a stake, Ledger Live will reflect it. You can see here I've got an active stake. Ledger Live is able to reflect this, but I cannot manage that stake with Ledger Live. Instead, what I'll need to do is to use something like Tron Scan. And Tron Scan is supported by Ledger, so you can connect your Ledger device to it. And it's quite easy to manage your stakes from there. That being said, we are working on bringing Tron staking back into Ledger Live. So just be patient, and eventually staking for Tron will be brought back into Ledger Live. Now, in the meantime, I'm trying to find the article here. Staking. Okay, so you can use this article maybe. Yeah, you can use this article that has tutorials for staking with Tron Scan. So yeah, that's a good place to start, Satoshi. But for now, yeah, just use Tron Scan. It's perfectly safe. I'll drop this link in the chat here. So just check the link. Okay, BT, thank you, mate. It's nice to see you too. Okay, next question. 007 Bond. Has Aave discontinued the Aave token within Ledger Live? My Aave tokens have disappeared, but my old land ones still show as Aave land old, but with no value. I can't see them on Etherscan either. Okay, this might be because Aave has migrated the token to a new smart contract, and as a result, now there is two versions of the token that exist. One that's the old version and another land token. Now, that being said, let me pull CoinMarketCap here real quick. Wow, Solana doing well. Okay, that's good. So land Aave. Let me check. Okay, so the token for Aave is just called Aave. You're talking about compound. I think Lens is the compound. No. Okay, so Bond, I'm not sure what's going on here. But it seems to me like you need to migrate your tokens from the old version to the new version. So Aave should have a tutorial somewhere that explains how to migrate. Just checking for you here on the coin. Let me see. ETH land for Aave. Okay. Wow, so well, your tokens must be very old because land was the old version of the Aave token. So yeah, so apparently like okay. So you might want to check this migration and staking. Okay. So yeah, you do need to migrate your coins. Token migration. So I'm just gonna drop this guide here from Glassnode because Glassnode is quite reputable. So 07 Bond, maybe you can take a look and follow the steps to migrate your old land to Aave tokens. You can do this with your Ledger device, but you will have to pay a fee. So make sure you've got ETH in your account. Okay, I'll drop this link in the chat for you. Okay, next, X9. I've sent BBL Beeple token from Bybit to Ledger Nano Plus from ERC20 token, but it's not listed there. So please convey the message to developer regarding listing this token in Ledger Live. Thanks. Okay, I will do. In the meantime, what you can do, although the token might not be available yet, what you can do is you go to Discover, Zerion, and you make sure to select your account at the top. Then you go to the token section here, you scroll down and you should be able to see your BBL tokens here. It will show amongst the different assets, because Zerion is pretty good at supporting new tokens really quickly because they entirely focused on EVM chains. So you can use Zerion in the meantime, and you can also send and receive tokens via Zerion. So it's a good alternative for tokens that are not yet supported in Ledger Live. Next question from Ziad Tariq. When Eigenlayer on Ledger? Thank you. No ETA. It would be cool to have Eigenlayer on Ledger for sure. Right now, you can just use the web app with your Ledger device. I don't know if Eigenlayer takes deposits right now. I know they did like a month ago-ish, but you might have to wait until you're able to restake more via Eigenlayer. And 07 Bond, I can see you wrote something in the chat, but your message was retracted. That happens sometimes with YouTube. You might want to actually type your message again. Make sure there is no link in your message, because YouTube might automatically hide some messages. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So try a few times, Bond. Oops. Okay. All right. Next, RS. Before I continue, guys, by the way, this is Dan with Ledger Support. I'm back from holidays, so I'm here for 45 more minutes. If you have any questions about Ledger products, anything, any issue you're facing, or you just want to chat, maybe drop your questions in the chat and let's go. Next, RS. If I lost my Ledger device, but still have my seed phrase, my recovery phrase, what can I do to retrieve my accounts? Can I input my seed phrase on MetaMask, or will that only bring up my ERC20 tokens? Thank you. Great question, RS. Maybe a lot of folks here are new and could help having the answer to this question. So you have your seed phrase, meaning that you have your private keys, which is the most important. Now, can you type your seed phrase into MetaMask? Yes. Will you be able to access all your accounts? No, because as you said, MetaMask only supports EVM chains. So that would be Ethereum here, that would be Base, OP Mainnet, Arbitrum, Polygon, Phantom, BSC, and so on and so forth. So you will be able to access those accounts via MetaMask. Now, the problem being that typing your recovery phrase into MetaMask is extremely unsafe, because the moment you type your recovery phrase into your computer, you expose your recovery phrase to potential malware that might sit on your computer and observe your keystrokes. And if there is such malware, then they will transfer your recovery phrase to a scammer, and the scammer will have access to your accounts. So it's not a good strategy, RS. Instead, what you can do, you can just, if you can, what I would suggest is just buy a new Ledger device and tap your recovery phrase into the new device to restore your Ledger accounts. And then you can keep using your accounts in Ledger Live just as normal with the new device. Now, to do so, you would need this, restore your Ledger accounts with your recovery phrase. These are some steps you can take to restore your account safely. Okay, but again, I would not, although it's possible, I would not recommend you to type your recovery phrase into MetaMask or any software wallet for that matter. Okay, I dropped this link in the description, by the way. Okay, next question. Ansa Dubai Wallah. I don't know where I can get Ledger stacks in Dubai. When Ledger stacks in the UAE, any shop or mall. So Hassan, Ledger stacks is not shipped yet, so it's not available to for purchase. We still have to ship the pre-orders, and once we ship the pre-orders, then we'll fill in the stocks and maybe it will be available to buy in Dubai, but for now it's not. Next, Nurton 06 in French. So let me switch to French. Bonjour l'équipe, quand est-ce que l'on pourra sécuriser nos BitTensor et nos centrifuges sur Ledger? Il n'y a pas d'étier pour ça pour l'instant, BitTensor et centrifuge. Le problème de centrifuge, c'est l'app qui est plus à jour. Et BitTensor, il n'y a pas d'app, donc c'est pas possible de stocker ça dans votre Ledger pour l'instant. Mais bon, peut-être dans le futur. Okay, next, Mark. Hello, any updates on Arweave and Engine coin for Nano X? Arweave, no update. Engine, no updates either, but what I could do is, because I think Engine has their own chain now. So you know what, I'll investigate and maybe I'll create a Hub Center article, just like this one, to teach folks how to store the Engine. Because if the Engine network is EVM compatible, you might be able to use it just using the Ethereum app, like you know, the vanilla Ethereum app on your Ledger device. So you would connect your Ledger device to that, and then to MetaMask, for example, and then you would connect MetaMask to Engine, or you can use Rabi, you know. So it might be doable. So let me investigate. I'll just take notes, and I'll have a look. Mark. Next question. That's Agostinho. Thank you for the feedback, mate. I hope you're well. Next question from Huang Nam, 89. Hello, I can't transfer my Near coin from Ledger, NanoS Plus wallet to another wallet. Every time I transfer, it says bytes array longer than desired length. Please help me. So Huang, Nam. So Huang, I think there's an ongoing bug here for that issue. It's on, okay, so it seems like it's still ongoing. So you know what you can do? You can actually make sure you update Ledger Live, Huang. So for example, if you are on desktop, just go to the settings here, help, and make sure you're on version 277.2. If not, updates, there should be a notification banner here, and then try again. So that's on desktop, and do the same thing on your phone. Go to the App Store and make sure you have the latest version of Ledger Live, and then try the transaction again. You should be okay. Try multiple times. If the problem persists, you can try MyNear Wallet, but I know that some folks have had issue with MyNear Wallet as well. So for now, I would say your best bet is to try with Ledger Live, but if you're on desktop, try on the phone. If you're on the phone, try on desktop. And make sure you have the latest version for each app. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, next question. A small kid. Will Pepe be added again? Hey, Pepe is still, yeah, I mean, Pepe is still here. It should be in your Ledger accounts. Here, see, Pepe. Oh, wait a second. Pepe. Okay, hang on. Is it not supported? Pepe. Let me double check this. I'm sure I had some Pepe in my accounts. Yeah, I took the screenshot here. So hang on. This should be, maybe I moved it. I don't remember. But hey, Pepe should be supported. Just make sure you have the latest version of Ledger Live, and then send it to your Ethereum accounts. You can also send it to another account if you don't want to pay the high fees on Ethereum. You can send it to Arbitrum and so on. But let me check real quick. Pepe. Yeah, see, Pepe is supported on Arbitrum. Okay, so that's good. So what you can do, you can just create a Arbitrum account in Ledger Live with your Ledger device, just like this. Okay, this guy here, Arbitrum ETH, that's the one you want. Okay, and then you can send Pepe to Arbitrum. You will save on fees, and it's just as safe as keeping them on Ethereum. let me share this with you, small kid. These are like steps to create an Arbitrum account in Ledger Live and create an address and everything. And when you send your Pepe from an exchange, make sure you select the Arbitrum network as well. Okay, the exchange will ask you for two pieces of information. They will ask you for the address, which is always the same on EVM chains, but they will also ask you for the network. And so if you want to send it to the Arbitrum account, you have to select Arbitrum as a network. If you're not sure how to do this, you can ask support from the exchange itself, the support team of the exchange. I'll drop this link in the chat for you. Cool. Okay, next. I'll try to be a little faster. Okay, Loki, all good, all good. Agostinho, question. Ledger docs on AVAX staking seems to be outdated. Any new docs on staking with Core Wallet? Yeah, you're right. It's outdated. It hasn't been updated for almost a year now. So I'll take note of this because it's a challenge, and I'm actively working on the documentation. So I'll try to add that. Thanks for raising this, Agostinho. Next question from Ricardo Teixeira. Hello, I would like to know if the Qlin platform is trustable to stake ETH. Yes, extremely. They are a private entity, but there's a reason why they are in Ledger Live. It's because they have extremely good reputation and they're extremely performance as stakers. So that's why they're available. And then also don't forget that you keep ownership of the account of the coins, right? If you stake with Qlin doesn't have your coins. You still have your coins. You still have the private keys to withdraw the coins, Ricardo. So it's safe, right? In that sense. Oh, just type your name in here. What I meant is like Qlin pool stake here. You can use Qlin to stake 32 ETH or less than 32 ETH using pool staking. Here's the steps, Ricardo. So I'll drop this in the chat for you. Cool. Next, Paul. Any update on stacks? No updates, Paul. Unfortunately, when we have an update, when there is an update, you'll get an email. So yeah. Next question from Paul. How do we deal with different duration path? So it depends on which chain, but Ledger Live does not allow custom duration path. So that's something to be aware. If you mean a duration path for EVM chains, for example, like Ethereum, Arbitrum, BSC, and so on and so forth, you can use something like MetaMask. So Paul, just if you can let me know which blockchain you have in mind, that can help. BT, it's nice to see you too. Thank you for helping in the chat. MK, when do you plan to include visibility of tokens on the Solana network in Ledger Live? Not sure, to be honest. I don't know when that feature will be shipped, but I totally agree it's overdue. Solana top 4 coin now, I think by market cap. Yeah, we should have that in Ledger Live for sure. I'll escalate that feedback, MK. For now, if you don't know, use a third-party wallet. Solflare, Backpack, Phantom, any of those. Next question, KST. Hello, when will Solana issue be fixed? It's been like since Friday. So I've answered this question earlier in the stream, but the issue is on the Solana network side now. So it's just a matter of congestion on the Solana network. And the only option, unfortunately, is to spam the transaction. Or you can try using a third-party wallet. So again, Backpack, Solflare, Phantom, you connect your Ledger device to it, and then you try the transaction again and again and again. But because there is this huge congestion issue on Solana, and the Solana network is not super deterministic when it comes to fees. So it's not because you pay a higher fee that your transaction will be prioritized, like is the case on Ethereum. This is a fix that should come to Solana in the next release of the Solana core clients, which is 1.18, I think. But until then, until the Solana team update the network, there's nothing we can do really. Cool. Next question. Guys, if you just joined the stream, by the way, this is Dan with Ledger Support. It's great to see you again. As usual, I'm here for 30 minutes now. Drop your question in the chat. I'll be happy to help you. Next question from Dirty. Can you tell me the official web address for Uniswap and maybe show how to connect our ledger to it? Yes, Dirty. I will pull up Uniswap. Uniswap. Here we go. Let me see what I've got here. Okay, I'm gonna need to use MetaMask. Yeah, so Uniswap is here, uniswap.org. Okay, that's the legit one. Dirty. Uniswap.org. Okay, just bookmark it. And if you launch the app, it becomes app.uniswap.org/swap. Okay, that's the one. And of course, just if it's your first time swapping, just be careful. Okay, just swap a small amount first. Okay, next, then you would Ethereum. Boom. You would connect. Hang on, I don't think you need MetaMask actually. Yeah, you can do it with Wallet Connect. So I'll show you how to do it. Make sure you've got Ledger Live open. Okay. And then you select Wallet Connect, Ledger, open Ledger Live. Then it will launch the little flow here. It will ask me to, which account I want to connect. So let's say I want to connect my Ethereum account. Okay, then connect. Now it's connected. I go back to Uniswap. Okay, you can cancel. You can see my account is connected now. All right. Boom, and then from here, you can swap, all right, and all the swapping will have to be verified by your Ledger device as well. That's it. That's how you do it. It's very simple, and this is again using Wallet Connect. When you're done, you can leave your account connected like this. It's not a big issue, or you can disconnect if you want as well. It doesn't really have any effect. Okay, next, Dirty, George Bellin. When is the Near protocol node being fixed? I have a withdrawal pending after sticking for a few days now. It should be fixed now, George. Just make sure you've got your update to the latest version of Ledger Live. So that should be 2.77.2. Not on mobile as well. You should update, but I think the fix is only launched on desktop. So make sure you update Ledger Live. Ledger Live download. I'll give you the safe link here. Boom. I'll drop this in the link for you, George. Okay. All right. Next, Rick. Is render on the Nano X. So no, you can send it to your Solana account, right? But you won't be able to see it in your Solana account because Ledger Live won't be able to detect it. So yeah, it's safe to send it to your Solana address, but again, you won't be able to see it until we start supporting Solana tokens, which might be soon or not. I'm not really sure. I don't have an ETA. For now, you can, so once you send it to your Solana account, you can use a third-party wallet to manage those tokens. Okay, so we suggest Backpack or Solflare or, any of those. Okay, Rick. Yeah, so I dropped this article for you here, Rick. So this is these are the steps to access your token via Solflare plus your Ledger device. You see. Okay, next, Agostinho. Is it true that Ledger is working on new devices that don't have the recover export key capabilities? Oh, you mean the recover option? I don't think so. I don't think so. But the thing is, it doesn't really matter if it's a different device. There will be gimmicky because what's important is recover is completely optional. So it doesn't really matter if you have a device that can't have it. Yeah, so again, we don't need to launch a new line of device that don't have recover. Recover is already optional. I think that's a better way to put it. If you don't like it, you just don't sign up for it, and that's it. MK. Okay, yeah, you're right. Surrender is on Solana, so you need to use a third-party wallet for now. Next question from Super Low Drag. Super Low Drag. Hey Dan, can you believe I was waiting almost a month to unstake DOT in Coinbase and send to Ledger? They just did it today and just saw that the dead snapshot was also done today, so I'm worried. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, if the coins were in Coinbase when the snapshot, it's, the coins were either in Coinbase or on your ledger when the snapshot happened. They could not be like in between. So if they were in Coinbase, maybe Coinbase will just make the coins available for you right in your Coinbase account. If your DOT was on your ledger during the time of the snapshots, then you will have to wait until we launch the Polkadot app that can sign on every parachain. That should be too long, but yeah, for now your dead tokens will be stuck. For now, not lost, but stuck. Spaceship. When is Ledger team going to fix the Solana staking with wrong staking and send issue? Again, so I've answered this question, but it's no longer on Ledger's side here. It's just that the Solana blockchain is having congestion issues, so you just need to. You can use a third-party wallet, so the Backpack, Phantom, Solflare, connected to your Ledger device. You might have better chance, but if the transaction still doesn't go through, it's because of all the congestion and all the meme coins and all the NFT speculation on Solana right now. So your only option is to spam the network, like try your transaction again and again and again. No need to increase the fee. It's not necessary. You just spam the transaction, that's all. Super Low Drag. CB support, Coinbase support, impossible to reach and get answers. So anyone here is aware, ping me. Yeah, so if anyone can help Super Low Drag with the dead airdrop, Low Drag, again, the tokens are not lost. They just, if they are on Coinbase, maybe Coinbase support the airdrop, maybe they don't, I don't know. Maybe you can, you'll have to wait what they say. And if they're on your ledger, the coins, the private keys to your dead are on your Ledger token, but you'll need to wait for the Polkadot app. Next, mass-produced madness. So I have a less technical question. My ledger is more vulnerable to accident in a washing machine than any cyber attack. How do you remind yourself to keep your ledger in a safe place? That's a great question. I do not move it. That's how I remind myself. So I mean, it depends. But like personally, I've got different ledger devices, and the one that I use to make my cold wallet is in the ledger that doesn't move. So that's how I do it. Also, I prefer the Nano S Plus, right? This one, for example, and the Nano S Plus, you can't really move it very far from your computer. So that also helped me not, getting a situation where it gets thrown into the washing machine and things like that. So maybe that's what you need. Maybe you need a backup device, Nano S Plus, that needs to be connected via cord to your computer, so it doesn't leave the area around your desk, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, guys, one more reset of the room before I continue. So this is Dan with Ledger Support. I'm here for another 20-25 minutes ish. If you have any questions, just drop that in the chat. Okay, so we are back with Mass-Produced Madness, who says, I really want to enter the raffle, but my stacks has not shipped and my NanoX is waterlogged. Okay. I would say mass-produced, the best option now is probably to get a backup device. If your NanoX is shot, get a NanoX from the store and use that as a backup device. You can get that for cheap-ish. And if you need a discount code, then we can supply you with this discount code as well. Just when you open your ticket, okay, so go to support.ledger.com, then you'll be landing on the support page, right? So support.ledger.com, it will look something like this. Right, this is support page. Click contact us, new conversation here, and then open a ticket and then explain your situation. And then you can mention my name, right? Dan, say that you spoke to Dan on YouTube and you need to talk to me, and then I'll fix you up with a discount code so you can, if you want, you can upgrade to Nanos Plus, okay? Okay, cool. But don't hesitate, you can whenever you need, just reach out and I'll fix you a discount code. Just make sure to mention my name in the ticket, okay? Okay, next, get. Can I save Dogecoin on BEP20 network in Ledger Wallet? Yes, I think you can, but you should not get. I think instead, Dogecoin is best on a Dogecoin account, just like this one. And I'm guessing your Dogecoin is on Binance, and that's why Binance is giving you the option to send it to your BEP20 network. Instead, you can select the Dogecoin network, and you provide the address given by your Dogecoin account. So let me share that with you here. So Git. Check out this article, okay? Learn how to create a Dogecoin account in Ledger Live. Create an address with your Ledger device and your Dogecoin account, and send the Dogecoin to that Dogecoin account, okay? Not to BEP20. So I'll drop this link for you in the chat, okay? For you to, whoop. Wow, that was crazy. Okay, so Kit, I'm dropping this link in the chat for you. Boom. All right, moving on. Hybrid Angel. Can you recover one crypto that was on another device from an S to an X without having to recover the entire wallet? No, you can either import all your private keys or none of your private keys, because the only way to import accounts from one device to another, besides sending the coins one after the other, is to use the recovery phrase, and the recovery phrase represents all the private keys. So hybrid, I would say, the easiest for you is to to migrate your private keys using a recovery phrase into the new device. So I'll share that with you here. Set up a backup device. Maybe transfer. I think we had a better article for this. Hang on, give me a second. Okay, well, that's also a good article here. Migrate crypto from one Ledger device to another. Here you go. That works. If you just want to move one crypto, then you'll have to do a transaction. No way around that. Thanks, mass produced. Yeah. Just make sure to use the correct address, right? Mass produced. Boom. Support.ledger.com. Okay. Next, Freddy. Hi. When I buy Bitcoin through my Ledger Live, mobile or desktop, using different providers available in my country, I noticed that I don't need my NanoX to validate the operation. Is that normal? Thanks. Yeah, it's normal. If you're using the same provider, your accounts are already sort of known by the provider, so they don't require you to verify the accounts again on your Ledger device. So it's perfectly normal. But if you're spooked, you can reset the operation by doing compare provider. For example, you would select, let's say for example you want to use a different, hang on. No, actually, sorry, it was the other option. So here we go to buy. Yeah, so buy with MoonPay, for example, and then you would select, whatever account you need, and that's it. Okay, Paul Paul, can you modify derivation path? No, you can't. Not in Ledger Live. Mass produced, get keeping it as native. Yeah, so exactly mass produced. Dogecoin should be sent to the native network, which is the Dogecoin network. So Kit, check the link. Okay, hybrid. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll drop one more link for you here. Here. You can follow this link, these steps as well. Restore your ledger account with your recovery phrase. Okay, make sure to read those steps. It's a bit like the other tutorial, but more in depth. Okay, next. Eric, hey Dan, can I send Shapeshift Fox tokens to Ledger? Also is using Solflare, send to send Solana. So it's using Solflare, safe to send Solana, yes. Same thing for Phantom, same thing for Backpack. It's perfectly safe to connect your Ledger device to any third-party wallet. Can I send Shapeshift Fox token to Ledger? I think so, but let me check. If you go to support.ledger.com, Eric, there is a page that's promoted here called supported coins and tokens in Ledger Live. If you click here, there's this neat little UI here where you can check which tokens are supported. So for example, Fox, not supported. Now, hang on, Shapeshift Fox token, okay. What I like to do is like search by contract, like this, it's more accurate. So back to the page here. Ledger supported by token by network, okay. Ethereum. Okay, yes, it is supported. So it is supported on Ethereum. So yeah, you can send it to your Ethereum account and you'll see it. Now that being said, Ethereum is super expensive, so you might also want to send it to another EVM network like Base or Arbitrum or OP Mainnet, but your Fox token will not appear. Instead, it will be invisible unless you use something like Zerion here that might be able to detect it. Just use Zerion. Let's say, for example, you send it to Arbitrum, then you go to Zerion, select, or you can leave it on all network here, but then you'll have to look through the list here until you see your Fox. It will have the little Arbitrum logo to indicate that it is on this network. Okay, next. Sinlex, can my ledger get hacked when using Recover? No, it's super safe, right? Ledger Recover is super safe. It's been battle tested, and you know, it's a really safe design. But again, we understand like some people don't like the service. You don't have to use it. We'll never force you to use it, so it's perfectly up to you to use it or not. But just so you know, if you want to use it, you have to use it. You need to sign up before you lose your recovery phrase, right? Because sometimes we get in a situation where some people have heard of the service, they never sign up, then they lose their recovery phrase, and then they come to us and they say, hey, can I use Ledger Recover to get my recovery phrase back? And the answer is no, because you have never signed up in the first place. So if you never signed up, then there is no backup version of your Ledger, of your recovery phrase, right? So you cannot use the Recover service after the fact. You have to do it before something happens to your recovery phrase, if that makes sense. Okay, next question. Agostinho, regarding the firmware 111 update, I talked with Radix devs. Okay, great. They said the issue was solved on Gen 16, but the Ledger technical issue docs show as ongoing. Can you confirm? Interesting. Let me check. I think it's possible. So we'll see, because I've got the latest firmware version on my Nano S Plus here. We'll see if the app is available or not. Okay, Radix. Oops. No, it's not. It's not available. RDX, XRD maybe? XDR. Okay, no, so it's not available. So what I suspect is that they shipped the update. Now we have the update. We need to go through it, make sure it's safe. Maybe there's a bit of back and forth between the two teams. And so the update is still in the pipe, but it hasn't gone through like all the security checks yet. That's what I suspect. But you can see like it's not in my catalog, so I don't think so. Oh, there is a new Bitcoin app version. I would recommend that you guys update here. I think this one supports Taproot. No, Miniscript. That's the one that supports Miniscript. So if you're a Bitcoiner, that's cool. Okay, next, Malamine Baldi. While you support time at solving my problem, I've sent more than 10 emails. The always reply was the same authentication email. So it's possible that, so sorry for this, first of all, that shouldn't happen like this. Can you share a ticket ID so I can get back to you, or someone from the team can get back to you? You shouldn't have to wait like 10 days. That being said, we have a lot of requests in the pipe right now, so it's possible that some tickets have got lost by the CRM or something like this, but 10 days is a lot. So apologies for this, and Malamine, you can drop the ticket ID in the chat here, or you can explain your issue in the chat, and maybe I can solve it live. Next question from Tech: how is the blind signing solution coming along? So I think we still need clear communication about this. The Ledger's quest against blind signing, I suspect that there will be a little bit of wiggle room. It's not going to be like suddenly like it's no longer possible to blind sign with your Ledger device, which would be annoying for me as well because I blind sign quite a lot. So I think it will be like taking baby steps. But if there is a communication about blind signing, that will be done via the official Ledger accounts. So on Twitter, that would be this, @Ledger, okay, the one with the golden check mark. Let me drop it in the chat for you. You can bookmark it, maybe Tech, and just to keep an eye on it. Boom. Okay, next, SC Bren. I got the new Ledger yesterday. How can I know that the Ledger is genuine? Can I check the use Ledger by connecting the Ledger before I export my secret phrase? Yeah, so we actually have an entire video and article here that explains how to make sure that your Ledger device is genuine. You can just go through the steps. If you bought it from Ledger, it should be good. I'll drop this link in the chat for you. It's a very long article and there is a bunch of videos and stuff, so I'm not gonna go through it now, but yeah. Okay. Mass-produced. ThorSwap has been in Ledger Live for a while, and Ledger Live is the best front end for users with Ledger, but because native Rune isn't on Ledger Live, I can't manage my LP. Any update on Rune support? No update, but let me escalate that question. It's a good question. Native Rune isn't on Ledger Live. Yeah, that's yeah, it should be really. Thorchain Rune here. I'll double check for you. Ah, yeah, it's not. Okay. Rune. I guess there is no app. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'll escalate the mass produced. Okay, next, Spaceship. Can you withdraw Solana staking with Solflare or Phantom? I heard someone say that they can't connect Ledger with Phantom or Solflare. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Phantom, Solflare, Backpack, all those third-party wallets. You can manage your stakes. You can send and receive using your Ledger device. It's like using Ledger Live, except that those third-party solutions they're just focused on one blockchain instead of Ledger Live that's trying to do everything. There is a few things, to know when connecting your Ledger device to a third-party wallet, namely like making sure that blind signing is activated on the app. You see, like I'm inside the Solana app here on my device. Go to settings, allow blind signing, and here I need yes selected. especially if I want to do staking operations from a third-party wallet. Let me drop some documentation for you though. Solflare. Here. I'll drop this link for you. Spaceship. Okay. All right. Next, would it be possible that Ledger removes the recover system? So we're not planning on removing the recover system, but again, it's optional. So if you don't like it, don't use it. We'll never force you to use it. Okay. Next question from Kirk. You're welcome, guys. Next question from Kirk. Will there be token support for Sei? And if so, when? I don't have an ETA for you, mate. I guess eventually, but I don't have an ETA. For now, I'm using a third-party wallet. I've got a bit of Sei I play around with. I use Compass, I think, Compass wallet, but I can't connect my Ledger device to it. Yeah, it's not supported. So I don't know, Kirk. Next question, Money Mod. I'm having a problem with the Ledger Live app. It won't connect with my laptop. I forgot the password for the app, so I deleted it, downloaded it again. I can't get it to connect. Okay. Money, that might be, can you be more specific, like what kind of issue you're getting? Also, try different computers. I'll give you the generic, all the generic troubleshooting steps here. Make sure to use the cable that was provided in, if you have a, make sure to use the cable that was provided in the box. Okay, just like this one. Second, try different USB ports on your computer as well. The one you're using might be defective, or there might be grime inside, all those things. Third, try to use different computers, right? So try different cable as well, because it's possible that the cable that came in the box is defective. So try a different cable that can transmit data. If not, you can try a different computer with Ledger Live. You can borrow a computer, or you can use your phone, right? You can download Ledger Live on your phone and then use that. If you have an Android and an Nano S Plus, you can connect them with a cord. If you have a Nano X, you can connect to an iPhone or Android via Bluetooth. Okay, so there's many different ways many different things you can try. Spaceship, I don't have a video on Phantom, but I have some steps here. It's really not difficult. I think this article is relatively up to date. I would recommend Solflare though, because Phantom has some issues with OpenSea. So if you're planning on buying NFTs with OpenSea, maybe there might be some issue. But again, OpenSea is not a very big NFT platform on Solana. So Spaceship. You can also check the Phantom knowledge base. They might have a video on how to connect your Ledger. Yep, no worries. Okay, next. 2G Fit. When will you guys add XDC? I don't think it will be in Ledger Live anytime soon, to be honest, because we have a lot of things we need to integrate before XDC. But for now, you can just use the beta wallet, 2G Fit. It's working again, so it's perfectly valid way to manage your XDC. It's also very safe because everything is managed from your Ledger device ultimately. So I'll drop that in the chat for you. But I don't have an ETA for Ledger Live integration. Next, James McMahon. What's the best way to get crypto to bank accounts based in Ireland? Do you guys have the euros? I think so, right? It might depend on which part of Ireland you are, but if you are on the Irish part that has, I might not be correct here. Does Ireland use the euro? I'm sorry, I've never been to Ireland, but assuming that Ireland uses the euro, what you can do is you go in the Discover section here and you use something like BTC Direct, and you can sell a bunch of different cryptocurrencies here. So that might be useful. If you don't use the euro, then you can try via the sell section here, but it's only for Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. Samira, thanks, sir. That day I followed your instruction to get setting copy barcode, but still my Android tab and laptop showing different bounds. Please explain. Well, it might be just a sync issue, Samira. So make sure you clear the cache. So on desktop, you would go to settings, help, clear cache, confirm, like that, and you do the same thing on Ledger Mobile. Sometimes that helps. And don't worry, the balance issue between two devices are common, but it doesn't mean the assets have different value. It's just a data issue. You're welcome to GFit. Okay. One more question, guys. I'm gonna have to go after that. Charmaine, Nathan. Paul is saying case. Okay, case ID. Okay, I'll take a look, Paul. Well, if you can summarize your case as well and drop it in the chat, that might be useful as well. Unless it's something private, then in this case, someone from the team will get back to you. Next is Jermaine Nathan. Hello, not sure if this has been brought up. My Nano S back in 2020, the screen is not working. I've contacted Ledger and they have not emailed me back. Is there a phone number to contact them? So there is no phone number, Jermaine. I would say it might take a few days before I get back to you because we have a huge backlog because of the market. Like a lot of people are reaching in. So it might take a few days for us to get back to you, but don't worry, someone will be in touch eventually. No need to open multiple tickets. And if you need to upgrade, you can request a discount as well. I think we offer 20 euros if you want to upgrade from a Nano S to Nano S Plus, and you can keep the Nano S. You just buy a new Nano S Plus. That's all. Okay, JBabe, haven't opened my Ledger in a while. Do updates to not opt in to that new backdoor thing. So it's not a backdoor, just to be clear, Babe, or Jay. It's an optional service, so you can update with a clear mind. You're fine. The service will only activate if you go through the onboarding, and the onboarding is actually, it's not something you can accidentally activate, right? And updating the device itself, the firmware, will not activate Recover for you. So if you don't like the service, you don't have to use it. But if you do like the service, then you will need to first update the firmware, right? But again, that will not activate the service. But additionally, you will need to go in Ledger Live, Recover, and then sign up for the service here. And you'll need to actually pay, or actually there is a free trial, but after that, you'll need to pay for the service. So again, it's not something that we can force you to activate or that will automatically activate if you update the firmware. So go for it. No worries. Gennady Molodetsky. Gennady, is it possible to have multiple accounts in Keplr with Ledger? Yes, Gennady. You can have as many as you want. And I have documentation Keplr for you. Here, go ahead. I'll drop a link for you in the chat. Boom. Yeah, just follow those steps and you can add as many accounts as you want. All right. Okay, so last question, I guess. Samira, you're welcome. Thank you from Paris. I hope everything is fine in Sri Lanka. A crypto winner. So Kyle is no longer working for Ledger, unfortunately. He was great. I agree. His videos were amazing. Hopefully, we can get someone as good as Kyle to do videos, but I agree. His videos were great. Next question. Spaceship. Oh yeah, so I've answered that one. Okay, so the last one was, Christoph. That will be the last question. Christoph, I have lost my recovery phrase and Ledger is telling me to upgrade to firmware 1.6.1. It then tells me I need my recovery phrase just in case something bad happens. I can't send Satoshi right now. So can you give me detailed instruction how I should proceed so I'm super safe? Okay, so definitely do not update the firmware if you don't have the recovery phrase, because it might go well, but if something goes wrong and the device gets wiped, then there is no other way to access your coins, okay? So instead, what you do is you're gonna not update the firmware, okay? Just keep your Ledger device as is. You close Ledger Live, and then you try to connect your Ledger device to something called Electrum. Okay, so that's step number one. You connect your Ledger device to Electrum and you try to access the account, okay? Then, next, you move your coins out of this account to an exchange, like Coinbase, whatever you use, okay? So you move them out of the account that you lost the backup for, because this account is no longer secure since you lost the private keys. Okay, so move coins. Then you reset the device. You update the device. You create a new recovery phrase. Actually, you reset the device. You update the firmware. You create a new recovery phrase, new accounts, and then you send the coins back to the new accounts. Okay. That might be a little too much explanation, but we have a we actually have a Help Center article to explain step number 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So again, first step, use the first article that I dropped for you, okay? So connect your Ledger device to Electrum, try to find your account, move the coins out to an exchange account. Then, second step, use this article to create, yes, it's safe. Electrum is completely safe. Then use, once you move the coin, you can reset your device, create a new recovery phrase, new accounts, you remove your old accounts from Ledger Live because they are not safe anymore. And then you move the coins back from Coinbase to the new accounts. Okay, does that make sense? And if yes, you can connect your Ledger device to Electrum. Just follow those steps, okay? And once you've connected your Ledger device to Electrum, then move the coins out of that account, okay? Because you don't want to leave them in that account since you've lost the private keys. If Electrum, for any reason, Electrum would not connect to your Ledger device, you can try another one called Sparrow. So that's an alternative to step number 1, okay? So step number 1, alternative, Sparrow. It does the same thing. It's a safe third-party wallet. It's like Electrum, but a bit different. It's also safe, and you can try to use it to access the accounts in your NanoS. And then you use the second link that I shared to reset the device. If you have an NanoS, I would also suggest that you update to an NanoS Plus, right? It's a good way to keep your coin secure, but first do that, okay? Cool. All right, guys, that was the last question. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys tomorrow with Pringe. We'll be live from the Ledger office. So if you have any questions, come to the stream tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. and we'll be back for an hour of live support. In the meantime, make sure you don't share your 24-hour recovery phrase. Stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.